Lagos court discharges Alabi Quadri, young Nigerian who stood before Peter Obi's convoy in viral video. Only 200 Southeast youths registered for army recruitment, says official. Why Tinubu hasn't appointed ambassadors, says foreign minister. FG to pay nearly 2 trillion naira out of 4 trillion naira owed to Genkos before year end. Declare state of emergency on your presidency, Nigeria collapsing, Atiku tells Tinubu. FG secures the release of 6 Nigerian women detained in Cape Verde. Summary of news. Lagos court discharges Alabi Quadri, young Nigerian who stood before Peter Obi's convoy in viral video. Alabi Quadri, a young Nigerian known for bravely standing in front of Peter Obi's convoy during the 2023 elections, has been discharged and acquitted by the Apapa Magistrate Court in Lagos of conspiracy to commit felony and armed robbery. The court ruled he had no case to answer. Alabi had spent months in Kirikiri prison despite being a minor, after being abducted and falsely accused by local thugs, area boys, who resented the attention and support he received after his viral moment. Human rights lawyer Inibehe Effiong, who represented him, stated that Alabi was a victim of malice and vendetta rather than any real crime. He was arraigned with strangers on fabricated charges and kept in adult detention until his acquittal on April 17, 2025. Only 200 Southeast youths registered for army recruitment, official. Only 200 youths from the Southeast have registered for the ongoing Nigerian army recruitment, according to Brigadier General Chima Ikeato. The number is significantly lower compared to over 4,000 registrants from other regions. To address this, a sensitization event was held in Anambra for youth leaders and community heads, urging them to encourage local youth to participate to ensure fair regional representation. Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by Commissioner Patrick Agamba, pledged government support and called for traditional rulers and community leaders to mobilize at least 10 youths each. Commissioner Tony Collins Nwabuani emphasized the target age group of 18 to 22 years. Why Tinubu hasn't appointed ambassadors, says foreign minister. Nigerian foreign minister Yusuf Tugar confirmed that the list of ambassadorial nominees was sent to President Bola Tinubu over a year ago, but the appointments have been delayed due to the president's focus on economic reforms, including petrol subsidy removal and naira devaluation. Additional setbacks include currency fluctuations, which have strained the funding of Nigeria's 109 foreign missions. The nominee list includes both career diplomats and political appointees, with more of the latter a decision left to the president's discretion. Tugar defended the inclusion of political appointees by citing his own experience as a former ambassador. All ambassadors were recalled in September 2023, with missions currently managed by Charge d'Affaires. Despite increased naira allocations, foreign missions still face funding issues due to exchange rate instability. Tugar said the government is now working on stabilizing exchange rates and making missions more self-sustainable through properly audits and public-private partnerships. Appointments are expected soon. FG to pay nearly 2 trillion naira out of 4 trillion naira owed to Genkos before year end. Power Minister Adelabu announced that the federal government will pay nearly 2 trillion naira out of the 4 trillion naira owed to power generation companies Genkos by the end of 2025. The debts are mostly unpaid subsidies, half inherited and half from 2024. Payments will be made through budget allocations and promissory notes. Adelabu defended recent electricity tariff hikes, stating they are necessary for the sector's sustainability. He emphasized that subsidies will now target low-income, low-consumption users rather than high-consuming households. He also warned that DISCOs failing to meet service obligations, like delivering 20 hours of power for Band A customers, will be penalized. Additionally, the government plans to invest 25 billion naira in 2025 to light up a major highways for national security. Adelabu concluded by stressing the need for continued reforms to ensure reliable power delivery. Declare state of emergency on your presidency, Nigeria collapsing, Atiku tells Tinubu. Atiku Abubakar, former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), has strongly criticized President Bola Tinubu, calling on him to declare a state of emergency over what he described as a failed presidency. In a statement issued by his spokesman, Paul Ibe, Atiku condemned Tinubu for being in France on a so-called working visit while Nigeria faces severe insecurity and unrest, especially in Plateau and Benue states. He accused Tinubu of abandoning the country during a time of crisis, claiming his frequent trips abroad are wasteful and show a lack of empathy. Atiku described Nigeria as being in a full-blown state of emergency and urged Tinubu to take responsibility for the deteriorating situation. FG secures the release of 6 Nigerian women detained in Cape Verde. The federal government of Nigeria has secured the release of 6 Nigerian women who were wrongly detained in Cape Verde on forced trafficking charges. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed their release and departure, stating that the Nigerian mission in Guinea-Bissau will work with Cape Verdean authority to facilitate it. The women had traveled for a holiday and the allegations against them were later proven untrue. The ministry reaffirmed its commitment to protecting Nigerians abroad. Follow for more. April 17, 2025.